Things. I'm Liz.
And I am Scandal.
And let's play a game together. Welcome back to the Arcana. This is episode 3 of this particular chapter because we are trying to make these episodes more manageable.
Yes.
We stick to our word.
Yes.
Scout's honor.
Uh-huh.
All right. Anyway, we just got out of the bath. If you didn't see the last one, the entire thing, just the previous took up the entire episode. It was fascinating. Anyway,
Yeah,
I was fascinated.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
All right. Anyway, Portia's waiting for us.
I hope you two got some quality relaxation time in.
We got clean. It was amazing.
Ah, my hair! So here's the deal. I already found Nadia and told him what's going on. Wait, you left us?
Yeah,
Okay.
she just closed the door and walked away.
Alright, she said she was going to make sure nobody would bother us, but okay.
Apparently the way she made sure nobody bothered us was by locking the door with 12 keys. She just put a giant wax seal on the door.
Do not enter.
Yeah.
No! She put a sock on the door.
Oh, God!
Give me... Hang
Hang on!
my brother! Ilya, give me your sock!
Dorm room language, we need it right now!
Yes!
Am I wearing socks?
He's keeping his eyes peeled.
Alright, he's keeping his eyes peeled. For what? What's our plan? I think I should talk to him. As his apprentice and a magical apprentice, I think I should talk to him. Also, do we need, more magical help? I want to know how to deal with a ghost. I don't seem to know anything about ghosts.
No kidding. And the Prageran princesses are making the rounds, so nobody gets suspicious.
But they're all in on this, and they all know Julian's alive, and they're all supporting their sister in this decision, and they don't think it's weird at all that he died and came back?
Honestly?
They're super chill.
I was about to say, you have some badass sisters.
They are,
And I'm guessing
solidarity,
solidly,
family love, wow.
the one with the white hair is definitely the mom.
I'm thinking that's mom.
Period, I think that's mom.
Also, I loved it. I thought of it, and I was like, okay, so if the sisters are a rainbow, and mom has white hair, she is full spectrum.
She
That makes me
is.
so happy.
It's so good.
And that means that whoever her partner was a prism.
That's adorable. We're not having much luck looking for whoever is helping Lucia in the palace. Lady asks that you help search for them and stop whatever they're planning. Tell her it's as good as done.
Aye.
Alright, so considering what we've already seen, we saw Volta and Volgora. Period. We already know to go with them. So I would be like, why aren't we looking for those two courtiers?
Does Volta and Volgora know that he's alive or that he's a ghost?
I would be like, that's a good place. Why do we not explain that one?
Why can't we volunteer this?
Right?
That would be great. Or maybe we just lost it back when it was, instead of taking responsibility yourself, just cast doubt on, or basically take blame from yourself and accuse other people. Maybe then we would have been able to talk about it? I don't know.
I don't know. Don't get your chickens too early, Ilya.
Also, Portia, why didn't you change your clothes? I really am that's what you wear every day, and it's not like it looks bad, but it's really at odds with your, your mask and your hair.
Maybe it's actually still trying to be professional. I'm participating, but I am still...
But I'm on the job.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that.
because you always have the themed, waitresses
What
and
happens if
servants.
you take Portia's route? Is she on the job then?
Oh.
Do you have to hang out with her while she's working? That'd be fascinating to see the workings and the machinations of the castle and actually how the staff handle things. Maybe you'll get staff gossip then. Oh my God, that'd be amazing.
Because this really just doesn't exist here, which is unfortunate. But I look forward to hearing that good news about you next time I see you. Good luck!
With a wave, she disappears around the corner.
This is as good a place to start as any, eh?
Actually, no, we should actually be looking for specific courtiers. So
solidly. I don't agree in the slightest. Let's find the specifics. We know, Julian, you were even there. Remember, you were behind the chair?
I know you were terrified and you were hiding because you didn't want to
heard
come out.
them.
But you know that they were there.
I'm sorry, I got to voice act both of them in my own dumbass character. You don't remember what they sound like.
It was scandal. Scandal.
Scandal
and a lie.
and scandal.
It was 2 scandals and a lie. All right. Julian and I go down the hall, peering into each room as we go. In one room, guests float in massive bubbles, bouncing gently around the room. It is Willy Wonka.
It is Willy Wonka.
It is absolutely. They're just drinking the bubble
Willy
juice.
Willy Wonka.
Additionally, though, you have this much magic here. How did you get this many magicians here on short notice? Real good magicians? Or have you had them scheduled and been coming in from around the country for months in advance, just knowing, and then once everyone was here, you then went and hired your detective? Could you imagine, Nadia going, all right, I've planned to do this thing. She just becomes a tornado of invite this person, find this person, put out a proclamation of this, add this thing, and gets everything in motion to get to the castle, and then walks down to your place and goes, talk to me, I need help. And then she hires you so that no matter how long you take, everyone that she's hired for this ball is indefinitely retained in the castle until you finish.
So remember that comment we had about, like, Nadia's a tornado?
Yeah.
Like, also though, that seems really wildly dumb to do your politics and your existence like that. Because honestly, like, it's great. It can be very useful, like cleaning up a house or something
Sounds
else.
like a
but
large...
something this large scale sounds incredibly dangerous to do that abruptly sometimes. And sure, there are some things like actually apologizing honestly when you've made a mistake and really not doing it again. But
if she was going to retain everyone that way, especially in the tenuous economic space that her, people should be in based on all the deaths recently,
I'm
and
also
the
like,
loss
that
of much
stuff
of their...
takes time. Yeah, like solidly.
Also,
you can't
retaining
just
them all?
fix...
That sounds expensive.
Yeah, you can't just fix an economy necessarily overnight at all.
Sounds very expensive.
Like, dang.
All right, bouncing around the room. I reach out inappropriately, knee-jerk way, and just pip one. Pop! I don't mean to. It's just like a cat hitting a vase on the edge of a table. I just pop.
I'm gonna dominate your entire life.
One bubble pops, someone squeals. In another, a flowering meadow stretches from wall to wall, and baby animals frolic. Frolic properly now. All right, you're not
Right.
feeling the frolic. Come on.
Who's
Come
the
on,
handler, one, or handlers, and two, oh god, I wonder how many of those baby animals are gonna die.
Or 3, are they fake baby animals? And is it an illusion?
Oh god.
Or 4, are they automatons and are they clockwork? Are they magical machines?
Ooh, we're gonna go to another level! I love it!
I want it.
Again, I'm like, why wouldn't you all just, oh god.
There she is!
Yes! Wreck them!
I do not like this. I do not. I jump at the voice, but I also go, yes, that's who we need to talk to. Let's bring you to Asra immediately.
Yes!
And Nadia. Perfect. Give me your hand. Hello, I love your lacy gloves. Come with me.
Hey.
There will be food. I might have
Tries to run you over.
Tries to run you over the direction you're trying to lead them. Procurator Volta cowers at the far end of the hallway, looking down another hall. She hasn't seen us.
Shut up, Volta! Beetle.
That is
That's
a stag beetle.
Yeah, that is the fighting beetle. That is totally illegal, like beetle battle.
Illegal beetle battles
Illegal
in a
beetle battles in a beetle battle, beetle battle.
Beetle battles in a beetle bottle, rebutted by your...
Bodling.
All right. Volgara stalks by, wringing her hands. Volta scurries after them.
They're acting awfully strange, aren't they? Let's go see what they're up to. It's not like we had a previous conversation where we saw them in there. It was really freaking weird language. I am annoyed.
I actually don't think they're acting
really
strange.
are.
I think they're acting very much like themselves.
There's
Anyway,
also
go
that
ahead.
too. But I'm like, so I was just gonna be like, you've already seen them. You already know that they're suspicious. They're going to Lucio's room, yelling loudly, going, Lucio! I'm like,
We need to speak with you!
it's like,
So either they were planning on holding a seance without no known outcome, or they absolutely knew that his ghost was available and could be there.
this is very annoying.
You're suggesting at this point that Julian is not paying attention, and I just don't see him as a himbo at this point.
Hey, you know, he could always be a thimble, but you know.
I'm pretty sure he goes
Oh
by
yeah,
he.
him. I know.
He, him.
I'm just
pretty
teasing,
sure.
going like they could all be thimbos.
It could everyone
Everyone's a
thimbo.
thimbo.
We're all. It is the mass bows, the people bows.
The peepbos.
Everyone's a bow.
It's a bow.
He tiptoes. I just suddenly, with his long build, get this like spy versus spy, long
Oh
limit,
god! The white
bird
spy versus
face.
black spy. Yeah.
If you've never read or seen Spy versus Spy, it's just a death comic about the white bird spy versus the black bird spy. But the iconography is appropriate in this moment of just creeping along behind them with the long twiggy limbs. Yes.
Especially considering the fact that he is
And
definitely
he is
a
the
blackbird.
Yeah, he is the blackbird at this point. He tiptoes to the end of the hallway and peers around the corner, then beckons me to follow. They used to have the strip in Mad Magazine, I think, actually.
They did. I think they,
Yeah.
and also it ended.
I'll say, but you also could. I know Mad Magazine ended, which I was super disappointed about. But I mean, I was already out of touch. It had been around forever before I was
God,
around.
yeah.
I would say, but like you actually could get collections of just Spy versus Spy as well. I actually owned a comic book of Spy versus Spy at one point.
That's super cool.
I got it at a thrift shop. It was great.
Wow.
All right.
Thrift shops are amazing, by the way. Support them. Holy cow.
I'm gonna pop some tags.
I got
Gonna get
$20
Spy
in
versus
my
Spy.
pocket. I'm gonna go buy Spy versus Spy.
Yeah, comic books can be expensive. All right, he stops in front of the mostly closed door and puts a finger to his lips and runs into the nose of his mask. Bunk.
Hey, I go to you.
I'll reach up straight under my mask.
Actually, he just pushes his mask down on his face and goes.
The door is open just a crack. He got his mask on perfectly this time.
Yeah?
He didn't have to adjust it or anything. We didn't have to adjust it. He just got out of the bath and was like, I'm amazing. And I went, you know, you act like you need help so often. I don't know if it's endearing or if I'm just not getting the joke or if you're just being a nerd, if you're being a dork, if you're just being
Or
weird.
you're just being like, please touch me, because I'm actually a very highly physical person and I don't know how to ask for people to touch me.
And I am deeply touch-starved despite being very cuddly.
Which is also very interesting, and actually, so in that sense, is actually one of the things they've pointed out in relation to toxic masculinity, socially speaking, that a lot of men, people are actually guessing, one of the reasons why they're so heavily, basically, either physical with each other, and then basically insisting so strongly on sex, when I'm talking about cisgendered men in this case, is because a lot of them basically are touch-starved. We tell them that contact is either sexual or violent. That's all you get. You don't get affection from your friends very casually. You don't get to hug family members very often.
You don't get
That's
to just
inappropriate.
pile into the couch with people and sit next to each other.
Uh-huh.
No. And a lot of people, they really like to be touched. They just don't know where it fits in their life.
Yeah, and going, well, I have to be tough. I have to be strong. And the way I do that is I'm not physically available.
Also,
except for two very specific things, which is
no
very
homo,
unfortunate.
bro.
Yeah, right?
Going, if I touch you, I have to specify this non-sexual, because if I touch you and it's not violent, that's the only other option.
Yeah, because that's all we allow them to have, basically, which is terrible.
The door is open just a crack. Together, we peer inside. It's really hard to peer through a crack in a door while you're wearing an elaborate mask like this.
I decide to pull it up and move it out of the way. It's you. You have a mask on, though. You were about to do it without one.
No, I was flourishing. I was just flourishing.
Oh, okay. Was that what that gesture was?
It's time. Are you all ready? Questar Valdemar, this can't be good.
Yes! Finally! I can't wait to get back to breaking faces with him!
What part of the plague was the broken faces? I don't remember.
I don't remember that either. If anyone tries to get past me in the kitchen, I'll crush them!
Oh dear, we must hurry, my dear Wiggler. Oh, she must be wasting away outside the gates. There's a wild mask, dude. Like, whoa. Also, you did...
So you have a pig mask, that one has the beetle. The other one, what was freaking, Volta? I could never figure out what that mask
didn't figure
was.
it out.
The other one is a horse face.
He would never be so rude as to turn her away. Not like the Countess has. No. So, I should be in the waterfall room, and I will suffer no interruptions. They all turn expectantly to Volta, but she says nothing, worrying distractedly at her gloves.
Volta!
Yeah, like she doesn't seem to be anything other than a bird, like slightly. I mean, she's got feathers, but like there's not enough distinction on the mask for me to know what kind of bird it is.
Yeah,
no,
like,
she's
what
got the
are
tiny
you?
little beak.
Oh, I will be in the library. I promise.
Very good. Very good.
And what about you? I suppose you'll just be moving your hand out of the way so I can see. Sitting back while we do all the work.
Yes. I am supervising. The creation of a bridge requires utmost precision. If you have objections, you may raise them with Lucio once you succeed. One by one, the courtiers leave through the far door. I feel like I should immediately have actually gotten to other people and also have grabbed Volta and taken her with me. Bye!
I kind of feel bad for Volta. Like, of all of them, Volta is the most, like...
Shat upon? Pushed around?
Or, like,
dismissed?
Right? But also, like, doesn't really seem like they fit very well. She's very
She doesn't seem
awkward.
very connected to all of it. She seems like she has her own motivations.
Uh-huh. I mean,
And
she's interested in food. So.
She is interested in food, but she also just seems like she has different priorities.
Right?
Julian and I look at each other in astonishment. We immediately bust into the room, non-existent swords flailing, and go, "Stick 'em up!"
This is a pickup! I mean, a stick-up!
Actually, we want to date all of you. You can't build a bridge right now. We all need to get to know each other. Time to sit, time to have a convo.
Hi. What? So they're Lucio's friends inside the palace, eh?
I mean, if they worked for him before,
Like them.
you know, it would have been really reasonable to make sure, to know that they were connected to him.
Yeah.
Like, if they're not Nadia's courtiers from her land or she brought them in, and instead he did, you would think they'd be connected to him, but we don't know how they're here.
And just when I was thinking this party needed a little more treason. Great! I love this!
You, sir, are walking treason.
I just said a little more.
I'm just saying, You got a pretty good dose already.
Hey, I could give it a bigger dose.
All right, larger dose
I
of
am a
treason.
doctor. I
You know
can
what?
prescribe it for you. Would you like me to prescribe a larger dose of trouble and treason? I'm very good at it.
You know what? I don't know that I've had enough treason in my life. Go ahead. Lay it on me.
Alright. Now, I think Valdemar used to talk about this bridge thing. I don't remember all the details, but I do know that if they just get one step wrong, the whole thing will collapse.
Excellent. Let's take the little one to the food.
Yes!
And to Nadia. It'll be perfect. We'll just grab one of them. Then let's make sure they get it wrong.
The easiest one to mess up is definitely going to be Volta in this case.
She's not invested. She's not connected to it. If we just show up to Volta and be like, Nadia has made food for you. 1, we can get her to Nadia. 2, we can actually feed her. 3, maybe she'll talk to us.
Right?
Like, we don't even know what kind of conspiratorial they are.
My thoughts exactly.
Oh, so you want to focus on Volta as well? Perfect, let's do it.
We're not going to have much time. Who should we go after?
Volta?
Volta?
Based on this, the 2 that I would choose would either be 1, the one who's supervising it and knows how it works, who is not an option.
All right.
Because Valdemar's not here, or Volta.
I feel like Valdemar, though, would be ridiculous, because Valdemar is clearly not taking any shit. As much as you would like to go after Valdemar, unless...
There's nothing to know what to do.
Right.
So yeah, I would say Volta all the way.
Honestly, if it was me, if I was going to pick 2, because Volgora's too much in on this. Vlastimil is sort of...
Volgora is also dangerous and toting weapons.
Oh, yeah, damn.
like weapons.
Vlastimil and Volta is honestly who I would go for, but mostly in this situation, clearly Volta's the most...
Like, Volta's the person we know most about her motivations and who she is.
Yeah.
That is the only one we know the most about. We also know that she actually was there and is directly involved with the ghost experience.
Right, and least amount of danger, honestly, is going for Volta. I have no idea what Vlastimil is about, so he seems mostly like a pompous, like, blah.
I would tend to say we don't know that Vlastimil is directly involved with the ghost for sure. We can assume, we can abstract, but we don't know. And Volgora, again, dangerous. So, yeah. Volta?
Yep, Volta.
Volta it is. Curator, Volta. She seems the least enthusiastic about the plan. Yes! She really does!
Perfect. Let's just make a quick stop. I've got an idea. Okay. I'm gonna go get a plate of food.
Yes, you should. The library has been decorated for the masquerade, but it doesn't seem to be a popular room. It's empty but for poor Curator Volta, fiddling with a contraption on one of the many study tables. Since when are there study tables?
Hi.
Also, since when does the roof of the library look like this? Is this above the second row of stacks? Like, damn.
I'm also like, you finally opened the library. I hope your literacy level goes up at least by 1 point.
I hope nobody steals any of your books because they're going to be so excited about them, or damages them, or misuses them. And also, like, the exposure of all of that sudden, like, perfume and humidity and presence and, like, possible finger oils on all of your book collection. Wow.
Like that.
Unless you, like, draped the walls and covered the bookcases.
Right?
That would be really thoughtful.
That could be cool.
You just cover the entire thing in like red velvet or gauze or something, because red seems to be the theme of this.
Right.
She reaches into a bowl on the table next to her and brings a handful of something to her mouth. They crunch noisily between her teeth, bits of red dropping to a ruffled color. Probably beetles, I would imagine.
I imagine.
I swear I saw one of the bits wriggle. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
The next time she reaches into the bowl, she stops, then scrabbles frantically in it. She's out of food.
No, where is my food? I can't all be gone.
He did do it.
Sarkia.
We step into the library carrying a tray of tiny sandwiches between us. That is a large tray.
Huge, especially considering like you'd have to have a big one because man, we have seen her eat.
Yes, we picked up we just walked into one of the food rooms, the sandwich room, and we grabbed the largest tray we could see, the one in the middle on display with tiers of sandwiches.
You know what this reminds me of? I'm like, it's for me, I'm going like, okay, if you guys never read it before, there's a really fun series. It's called The Keys to the Kingdom. It's by Garth Nix. Oh. But I'm talking about specifically the third one. So she kind of reminds me of, there's a character in there called Drowned Wednesday, and she basically just consumes an entire mass, and then she starts eating the table. She starts eating the ship that they're on. But like visually, everything. Like that's just kind of what that reminds me of. And I'm like, if you haven't read the series yet, I might recommend it. It's kind of fun. I really enjoyed it when it came out years ago. I actually went and hunted down most of the hardcover copies because I liked it so much. Whee! So it's good, but I'm like, that's just what I think of when I think of this character that slowly basically morphs into a giant blubberous whale. And that's Volta just going, I just need to eat and eat and eat and eat.
I cannot fill the void inside me.
Yep.
I keep trying. I just love us there standing there, though, with this incredibly tiered, like, feeding 500 people with tiny sandwiches kind of thing. You know, just laden and heavy between the two of us. Like, ha!
Either that or what you could also do is being like, you have a platter, and I have a platter, and we have more bags of food, like, on us. So you'd be like, you do it in stages. So you keep
luring her out kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of thing.
Getting her away from it.
So, oh, yes, you may. No, you must.
Together, we hold out the tray to her. I have to fight to keep a straight face when she simply sweeps all of the sandwiches into her mouth.
I would instantly.
How can she do that? Did she open her mouth just like as big as I did when I ate the entire setup on all the table? How?
Yeah, right?
Whoa, all of them.
Is that all of them? I can't be all of them.
Hang on.
Hey, there are more in the tea room if you would like. Oh, I cannot. I must not. Well, you don't want more sandwiches? We always have cake. We've got a triple chocolate, vanilla chiffon, apricot basil, strawberries and cream.
Volta clutches her face, her watery eye darting between the device on the table and the door. As Julian lists cake flavors, she takes one step towards the door, then another, before she abruptly bolts out of the library.
Yes! That went pretty well.
We should have brought more food, but yeah, that's fine. We also should have brought someone with us. If we could have, like if you were making a separate stop, we could have brought staff, something.
I'm like, we have seen her eat. I find that to be very silly. That we're like, oh, a single tray is. I would have been like, she's a thing. Like, whatever she is something else that requires that's again where I'm like, Drowned Wednesday. Y'all should read the scene. It's freaking great. It's also horrifying.
All right. I've never seen anything like the device on the table. Prisms, candles, mirrors. Time to fuck it up.
Yes!
Oh, and in the center, a lump of silver with a strange yellowy sheen. Time to take that as well.
Break it!
Julian pockets the silver and a few of the prisms. Don't keep them all in the same place.
No, break them.
Well, but break them or move them or just put them to other places. Who knows?
Just in case messing with the timing isn't enough.
I'm also like, if there are any symbols, let's gently clean them up. Let's just take everything out of the library, period.
Just dismantle the damn thing.
Dismantle the entire thing. Period. As soon as we step outside, I hear Volta's footsteps pitter-pattering towards us.
We better move it now.
Did we also take the device away with us? Like, really?
It might be too big. We don't know how big this device is, or I'm like,
Also going, how are you keeping everyone out of the library? Is there a spell on here to make no one come in here? Also, can we just bring Nadia in here? Like, really? It'd be great. Grab one of her sisters, grab somebody, just start shoving guests in here. Oh, you haven't seen the library! Look at the library! Just grabbing anyone in the hall, shoving them into the library.
So also, I'm having this weird thing. I'm wondering, going like, clearly there are more chapters, so I feel like in some way this is clearly going to fail. So for me, as someone who has read books and whatever else, is wondering, basically going, is the interruption literally going to be the fact that they just need to be there? The device is more or less like a staging prop.
That's
it's a thing of going, like, it's just for you to focus on. You don't actually need anything. It's supposed to just look interesting, but it doesn't need to actually be interesting, because what the thing is all that matters is the person that needs to be there.
Right, and the rest of it is just basically
bullshit.
Trappings.
Yes.
I love trappings. Trappings is a great word. God, there was a wonderful comment made recently where someone's like, I forgot that gaudy was a word. And they're just like, it just threw me off for a second, and I loved it. It just made me so happy.
It was very charming.
But trappings is a good word. Julian grabs my hand, and together we make our escape. I wish I had done something in this scene, because it sounds like he did everything all of a sudden.
Yeah, right?
And why am I so passive in this? Why didn't I do something? Also, did I recognize any of that stuff? Was any of it like anything magical I've ever seen before, ever? Also, again, we need Astra right away.
Yeah, no kidding.
We're not supposed to talk to him.
Astra.
We run pell-mell through the palace, darting between startled masquerade guests and running up the stairs, telling all of them, you should really see the library! It's beautiful!
Do it! Quickly!
You're in the library! There's an event in the library! Is it like, there's a mystery in the library!
There's a body in the library, and it eats people!
Yes! By the time we finally slow to a walk, I have no idea where we are, because the castle's way bigger than we've ever experienced.
I don't hear anyone coming after us.
There would only be one person to come after us.
Looks like we're home free, nerd!
So now it's time to go after one of the other procurators
we should have been trying
and go to another spot.
And fuck that one up.
So next we go to another piece and we screw that one up. We steal stuff. We swap things out. Look, I took your device and moved it to the other half. Right? Something like that. I just put them all in Nadia's hand. What's it going to do? Instead, it's just a massive, clears her skin, revitalizes her life, cleans up her headaches, just makes her whole life better. Firms up and smooths out her government, fixes the economy. Perfect. Sorry,
Excellent.
Lucio, you can't come back, but Nadia's doing great.
Lucio, air horns angrily at you. So surprised Pikachu face.
He bumps his hip into mine, laughing when I return the gesture. He just...
You're like, we did it! Yay!
That's very cute.
Valdemar is going to be Steven, man! I'd love to be a fly on the wall when they find out their bridge failed.
So is Valdemar standing behind you? I need Valdemar to be standing behind you.
Let's go downstairs and tell Posha and the Countess the good news. But we actually
Why don't we just
have confirmation.
We don't know if it's good news. Why don't we just tell them what's going on? Why aren't we trying to disrupt another person? You can only choose one of the choices. That's
it's fine. That's it.
It doesn't matter. In the world of things. Also, Astra seems like he would need to know because he might know what this is. He might know what a damn bridge is. He links our arms comfortably, and we walk down to the hall together. I feel deep confusion and wonder what that's all about, and why I have no context for all of it. On the other hand, I've only had 3 years to learn anything.
That's true.
We went up a few flights of stairs, so we must be in one of the palace's towers?
Oh, wait. Is that what I think it is?
He tugs me over to an open door, and we look out onto a balcony. There's some kind of pulley system attached to the building, and a platform next to the railing. Dismantle it!
Ha-ha!
A cluster of partygoers whisper excitedly amongst themselves before one steps onto the platform. A bored-looking attendant clips them to a harness. Oh God, I'm not going.
Bungee jump!
No, I think it's what's the you hold onto the rope and you ride it down. Stupid.
Oh God, the line thing.
Ziplining.
There we go. I'm like,
it sounds like ziplining to me. Clips them into a harness, checks the straps, and steps back. Then, with a wave, the guest steps off the platform and into the open air. They glide down a line stretched between the pulley system and the ground, shrieking with laughter. Does this get us closer to another piece, like down towards the bridge? Because if it got us down toward the bridge, we could find out who the hell they're trying to let in.
No kidding.
That could be helpful. As they near the bottom, the attendant presses on a contraption attached to the lines, slowing them down. Wait, he has a contraption up at this end that controls their pulley on that end? How the hell does that work?
Magical technology is badass as shit. Why isn't
Astra? I think I'm in the wrong discipline. I think I want magical technology. I think I need cogs and gears, and I think I need wrenches, and I need machines, and I need an education, and I want to forge. And if you're not into that stuff, I don't know if I can live here anymore. Julian, this is my life. Come with me. We're gonna learn to forge the world.
Exactly. You're really hot when you sort of get demanding.
Fine. Perfect. Help me build an enchanted pirate ship, okay?
Yes. I shall.
But not actually a pirate ship, because I don't want to break the law. It's just going to be a seafaring ship.
Like, it doesn't have to be a pirate ship.
And it won't need sails, except for decoratively. And I love decorative sails. Here we go.
Yeah.
As they near the bottom...
They're still 3 years old.
I'll get even better as I get older. This will be amazing!
Thank God. I'll just have to wait. Oh no, that's creepy. I can't sit here and just count how old you are waiting for... I'm gonna die. I'm gonna throw myself off the cliff and into the vampire eels pit because that's all I got.
I'm sorry. I need you to hold my tools. I need you to bring me tools. I need to put you on 500 fetch quests to help me build this.
Alright.
And in the meantime...
I'll just sit here and shame myself quietly in the flogging section titled Catholicism for the rest of my life.
Or at least, for the next, like...
Don't make me come! I swear! I'll never let me give it down! Astra in the corner.
15 years?
You know what I'm going to do? I am going to hunt you in your dreams for the rest of your life. And you should burn for it. No!
That conversation.
You think that line could hold 2 people? Anyway, welcome to License Scanner where we're like going off about character. It's fine.
It's fine. Let's find out. I'd rather take the stairs. Okay, the thing is I'm like, let's find out might be fun, playful, whatever, but I'm like, does it take us somewhere useful?
That's actually good. And also I'm like,
That's why I just want to be like, I'm super utilitarian. And this character feels very lost, so they would be utilitarian. Because you know what? People usually, the less they know about the world, the more they fall back on rules. Like, the more uncomfortable they are. Like, that's a lot of what happens. Even children, they either act out to what they know is the most, basically, understandable thing they had last.
Right.
And adults do too. Or they basically fall back on what they know. Okay, what do we know about this situation?
Right.
Or you just do something random and impulsive. In this case, a choice is not random and impulsive. So it's like, let's think here. Where does it lead? Is that useful to us?
It leads straight to Boner Town! Anyway. I'd rather take the stairs.
Let's take the stairs. I'd rather take the stairs. I'd rather take the stairs.
Because especially going like we don't know where we're going, and we are specifically trying to find people, wildly throwing ourselves around.
And most of them are in the castle, and a couple of them said where they were going. Couldn't we go there?
It, Julian, what? Not find the heights. Alright, I'll meet you at the bottom.
He's gonna ride it. Good job, him. He should do that.
And also at the same time, too, I'm like...
On the other hand, though, are we going to where it's leading? Is that our goal?
Well, and that was the thing, too. I'm like, we didn't establish where it was going. I mean, like, oh, is this where the thing is? Like, he's not telling us where we are. If he knows where all these things are and going, oh, this thing goes in here and blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't understand. He knows the grounds, but he doesn't know the grounds. He doesn't know the things that are going on. He knows everything that's going on. Like,
he's not sharing with us.
Not comprehend that if he knows the layout or not, if he's just trying to really... like, just chat with us, basically.
And also going, there's something really important happening right now. Unless the fun thing does something useful, why are we doing it?
Right?
Why aren't we looking for one person involved in this thing? Do you think Nadia's down there?
Can you
if I
see
go
her?
down these stairs, does it get me to down there, or does that lead to somewhere else? Usually a zipline is a whole other area.
No kidding.
Like, wow, but no, I'm not fond of heights. I just, also, for us to use it, we don't have to go together. What if it doesn't hold two people and we both go? Oh my god, what then? Also, the currency thing, I sort of feel like to me is a little bit frustrating because I'm like, it doesn't let you just choose organically. It makes you feel like you should be choosing the currency one.
Right? It's very guilt-trippy.
Like, there's something here.
And you're like, this doesn't feel natural, though.
It feels weird.
It also breaks up the pace of the story so much in a way that, like, imagine you're reading a book and this just kept happening. And it's like, you're going like, the intensity and the whole point of this is a mystery novel. And you keep running off to go do carnival rides and this thing and that thing.
Is it's
like,
pulling me out of my suspension of disbelief every time I hit a paid choice instead of a regular choice. Because then I go, oh yeah, it's a game and I need to consider game mechanics.
right?
Rather than a story. That's what's happening for me. And again, like, paid choices can be structured differently. It can be like, you know, do you want to try and do this with him and see if basically your love meter or affection meter is high enough that he goes for it, or that you go for it, whatever.
Right.
You know, or do you want to use some objects that you've acquired along the way to make him feel whatever it is?
So it feels more
stimulate.
organic rather than being like, hey, I'm going to pay money into this. Why not be like, I give an object?
What if you had the guy standing there going, step right up, ride the zip line, 75 coins a ride?
Right?
And then you could choose whether
you
to
could
go or
actually
not.
integrate it.
You could
rather
actually
than just
integrate it.
being
That
like,
could be fun. And then every paid choice you have to pay for in some fashion.
right?
That would be fascinating.
Ah.
All right. He heads out onto the balcony, and I take the stairs down. I don't stand there and watch him go? Why not? If we're not doing anything important, and we don't have a plan, and we're not heading for anyone specific, and we don't even know where we're going, and we're not trying to find Nadia or ask her anything other than casually we should go to
Seems
them,
weird.
why wouldn't we watch him? If this is for fun, why wouldn't we watch him?
Ah.
As I descend, I hear a snatch of his laughter, carried to me on the evening breeze. Is it still evening? I would have thought it would have been deep into the night by now. The zip line ends in the garden. When I arrive, I was lost. I didn't even know where I was in the castle. How did I get there?
Like I said, do we know where we're going or don't we?
Because we don't. He clearly seems to, but we don't. And we're like, I've never been to this part of the castle. Did we just ask 16 people, excuse me, where does that zip line lead? Excuse me, how do I get to where that zip line leads? Hi, I know I haven't spoken to you before. Oh yeah, I am the magician. I am working with Nadia. Could you tell me how to get out of this part of the castle?
I'm dying inside.
I just need a map.
That's fine, I lied, I'm dying inside. It's okay.
The zip line ends in the garden. When I arrive, Julian is unclipping himself from the harness. That is
Like-
a really long-ass zip line. If he's only just now unclipping the harness, or he's having as much trouble as getting dressed at Pasha's. He's still fighting with the harness. They're going, you need to let the next person go. Sir, let me help you. Sir, you just, no, I got it. No,
No,
you don't.
really, I really like it when I have tight things around my legs.
Okay, sir.
And my
the
torso,
next
and
person
my whole knee.
needs a ride.
I like tight things.
You're being inappropriate.
Oh, kid.
Like, you're not sharing. Someone over the top. Can I go?
All right, hang on. Immediately.
Perfectly out of it. Me. Julian, why did you do that?
Oh,
You could just get your own harness if you wanted one.
like they're not hard to make,
And they're not hard to buy.
actually.
You don't have to stop other people from having their fun.
No.
Also, I have no idea how I got here so fast. Hi, how are you?
Ah, hello.
And by so fast, I mean you still
You're
spent 35 minutes in that harness, and I got here quickly anyway because I was so lost.
Like, dang.
All right. Did you have fun?
Did I? That was invigorating.
Good. Excellent.
I'm
Did
amazed I didn't lose my mask.
I was gonna say, did everyone recognize you on the way down?
Because I've got to say, as somebody who uses glasses,
Oh,
like,
God.
damn, I can
Things
tell you
just
how
fling
many
off your
times
face.
where you go, you take your glasses off and you tuck them away. Like, everybody will tell you.
Before
The
you do
attendants will-
anything.
You will lose them.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Well, maybe his mask is tied on very tightly. It's fine. It's a really good fit. Asrin knows the curves of his face like you would not believe, and he carved it for him by hand.
Julian, I was a little younger then, and ow, it digs in a bit up here. Well, it's not my face. It's not my problem. You've got a fat face now. Oi! Asra! What even? He's like, what? Bitch,
Problem, fight me. Yep. Smiling fondly, I brush my hands over his rumpled jacket, smoothing down his costume. Because the harness rumpled it? With a croaking cry, Malak flutters down. We haven't seen you in ages! Set the dungeon! You survived the dungeon! Did you fly up the elevator shaft? Are you okay?
And try to eat Valdemar's eyes? Because I hope you did.
Cause damn, where have you been?
My
Good
boy.
best boy. Landing on Julian's shoulder. And then everyone instantly recognizes Julian bar none. And they're all like,
Oh!
Hi, why are you here? Didn't you die?
Excuse me, aren't you dead?
Weren't you dead? Hang on, was this one of those murder mysteries? Oh my god! I believed it the whole time! I'm
Surprise Pikachu face! Everywhere!
One beady black eye fixes on me, and he starts preening Julian's feathered collar.
And Julian freaks out after like 2 seconds and goes, it tickles! And yeets Mac off his shoulder.
All right, who would be in the garden?
Hey.
And know who both of us are?
Oh, it's gonna be Lucio. Like,
I don't think so.
like, or are we talking like, are we talking about maybe like an otherworldly being? Like, especially considering that it's weirdly italicized. That's the reason why I was going
Yeah,
ghost.
like, I don't know. Maybe. Try Lucio.
Nerd. Julian. Who said that?
It came from over there. I point back into the hedge maze, past the shadowed arch. Past the many, many, many people.
It's me! My mistake! I failed one!
Wrong ether being.
I
There we go.
was.
A figure materializes from the gloom, and a jolt of icy shock runs down my spine. And I'm also like, dude, you came to the party. And I'm also like, how many people can see you? And I'm also like, is this building crowded or not crowded? We seem to go from massive crowds to vacant nothing immediately. It's amazing.
Right? Is that?
Malak takes off in a flurry of feathers, launching himself at the hangman, talons first.
It's not.
The
Hey, wait!
hangman steps back into the hedge maze, disappearing into the darkness.
I bet you it's not then.
That doesn't feel right. This feels very odd. This feels very strange.
Yep, no, so I think it's a great place to stop. So this has been Scandal.
And I have been Lies.
And it was great playing with you.